Hello and welcome. Welcome to where we are, which is Eagle Point Park in Dubuque, Iowa. And all the Dubuquers know where that is. And it's lovely, as you can see by looking behind me. Anywho, we're talking about peace. We're talking about why we all need to get our act together and work toward it. So, our organization, Peace Engineering Inc., Incorporated, founded in 1982, actually, in Florida, in Pensacola, when I was still in the Navy. And since then, a lot of work, but again, trying to do as much as I can with the folks who are working hard for peace. And when I came to Dubuque, I didn't come to Dubuque. I actually came to Galena. And in Galena, there was a publication that mentioned there was a meeting at St. Joseph the Worker, for those who are here in town. And I attended, and it was a group of people who were talking about that and talking about, most important, stopping warring, which would be delightful. And I'm hoping we can, even though these seem dark times and we don't seem as though we'll ever get there, we can do it. So here we are now, and it's 2022. And in July, I celebrated, respectfully, the connecting with people in Orlando in the 80s and focusing on. Then there was great focus on the nuclear weapon proliferation, Cold War, alive and well, and we won't even talk about now, similar circumstances. And I took a trip, which was a peace odyssey, and went from little town to little town, and had a measuring wheel, and checked with the police department and asked if it was okay for me to take a measuring wheel and roll from the center of downtown 1 kilometer, and then put up a marker board with the bad news about the winds and the radioactivity and the heat such as occurred. And we just ended August, and on August 6th and 9th were Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And I will add this because we'll talk about it later. Most remarkably, there were 9 men in Hiroshima who survived the blast. So they obviously needed work, so they went to another town. All 9 of them, I don't know that they knew each other. And they went to another town, and they traveled the next 2 days, to Nagasaki, where they experienced another blast, and all 9 survived. Remarkable. So here we are, and unfortunately nuclear weapons are alive and well, and even being bolstered with a great deal of money for the sake of upgrading them, whatever that means. We'll look into that later. And so here we are. So what's next is, as nature works in threes, so number 1, there's an idea. Number 2, there is a plan, basic plan, maybe you'd say an initial plan, rudimentary plan. And then there is the action. So where are we? Obviously we have, the idea is for people to work hard to develop a global community in which everyone is remarkably getting along and caring and loving and all of that. And it seems to be, there's quite a bit of that. However, there are the darker parts where we're in Ukraine, and we're in several different wars. The United States is in skirmishes, and we're still at it, sadly. So the next step is so we've got the plan. We know what the plan is, we know what the idea is, the plan is, and now the action is continuing what we do, continuing to work toward the moment when we can celebrate peace actually and fully and truthfully. So thanks for your time.